Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my July wrap-up, and I read a total of 9 books during the month of July, which I think is pretty good, and that's basically all thanks to the readathon that I did during the month, the Cramathon, which was hosted by Whitney at Witty Novels, and I really got through a ton of books while doing that readathon. So if you would like to see what I read during the time of that readathon, which occurred during like the second week or third week of July, I will have my wrap-up for the readathon linked down below, because I will not be including those books into this video just because I don't want to repeat myself, you know? So I'm going to just go over the other 3 books that I read and what I'm currently reading. So first off, in the month, I read the book The Fill-In Boyfriend by Cassie West, which is about this girl who's in high school and she has this college boyfriend who ends up breaking up with her on her prom night. So to impress her brattish friends, she finds this random boy that's hanging outside the prom and tells her to be her boyfriend and act like he's the guy from college. And then later in the book, he needs somebody to fill in to be his girlfriend, so she goes with him to this graduation party, and they kind of start using each other as fill-in boyfriends and girlfriends, but they kind of start falling for each other and things happen. Overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was super light, super fast-paced. It was also really funny, and I really enjoyed the storyline in it. I'd be really interested to read some other Cassie West books, so if you have read any, let me know about them in the comments below. The one thing that kind of upset me about this book was something that I was talking about in my Cramathon wrap-up, about how in so much YA contemporary romance books, or just contemporary in general, the main girl protagonist always has the worst friends. Like, they're always so mean and bratty and just like not real friends. And this was a big thing in this book, where her friends were so judgmental, so rude. Like, I did not like them at all, and it was really annoying how she was trying to impress her friends during the whole book, because it's like, girl, those ain't your friends. So yeah, it's my one issue with this book, but I really did overall enjoy it. Next book that I read during the month of July is Paper Towns by John Green, and I actually did not physically read the book. I listened to the audiobook, and this was a reread for me, obviously. I read this book like 2 years ago or something, and I really enjoyed it, obviously. 5 out of 5 stars, but because the movie just came out, I wanted to kind of refresh my mind before going to see the film, so I did listen to the audiobook the week before seeing the movie, and I have a full movie review and discussion, so if you've already seen the movie and you've read the book, you can go ahead and watch that. I'll have it linked down below. But yeah, if you do not know what Paper Towns is about, which I'm sure you do, it's about this boy named Quentin who has this neighbor named Margot who he's been in love with for his whole life. One night she shows up at his window with all of these things that she needs to do, and she wants him to come alongside her, and then the next day she disappears and he wants to figure out where she went. So yeah, that's basically the premise of this book. If you've not read it, it's a pretty good one. I know a lot of people enjoy this one of all of John Green's books, so if you get to pick it up, definitely do so, and definitely go see the movie and watch my review on it. The last book that I read in this month that I actually just finished this morning is You Deserve a Drink by Mamrie Hart, Boozy Misadventures and Tales of Debaucracy. This is basically just a memoir about Mamrie's life. It has stories from when she was young, stories from her college years, so many funny things in this book. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Mamrie Hart fan. I think she's absolutely amazing. I got this book when I met her at BookCon in New York City, and I had such a great time meeting her. She's the sweetest person, but she's also like the absolute funniest person ever. So I had such a good time reading this book. All of her stories had me laughing out loud. If you want something funny to pick up, definitely pick up You Deserve a Drink. So yeah, those are all of the books that I read, other than the Cramathon books that I read that you can go see down below. But other than that, right now I'm in the middle of 2 books. I'm currently reading Grey by E.L. James, and this is 50 Shades of Grey as told from Christian's perspective, and I'm about halfway through, and it's alright. It's kind of, like, I'm not a huge fan of E.L. James's writing, which is kind of iffy for me, but I'm enjoying reading the story from Christian's perspective. It's very interesting, but it's just kind of like repetitive because I've read the book, I've seen the movie a couple of times, and it just kind of seems like I'm reading the same story again, which I am. But another weird thing is, you know how if you've read 50 Shades of Grey, how Anastasia has her inner goddess? Christian kind of has his own inner goddess, and it's kind of frightening, kind of annoying. I'm not really sure, but I'll definitely get this one done, I think, before the BookTubeathon, which starts next week, which you should look out for my BookTubeathon TBR, which will be up in a couple of days if you're watching this, you know, on schedule. That should be up soon, and I will tell you guys all about BookTubeathon, what I'm doing for that. So yeah, but I'm planning to finish this one before BookTubeathon starts, so I won't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's a really easy read, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know why, but I've been like reading multiple books at a time lately, which is not not really something I usually do, but I don't know. And currently I'm also reading The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which is book 1 in the Mortal Instruments series. I kind of made it like a summer goal to read this series, but I don't know if I'll get to it. I'm pretty sure that I'm only on chapter 2. I'm going to be putting this down and doing the booktubeathon and then hopefully picking it back up after the booktubeathon and continuing on in the series, because I really do want to read this series. I feel so left out from this whole fandom and I just really want to be a part of it. So yeah, I will be reading it. I enjoyed the first chapter. It's not like I'm putting it off because I don't like it. I do like it. I just don't have time. So I will be reading this book. I promise you guys I will. But for now, I will be setting it aside. But overall, liking it so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed my wrap-up for the month. I would love to know what you guys read during the month of July. And also make sure you check out my Cramathon wrap-up if you want to see the rest of the books that I read if you've not yet watched it. So yeah, other than that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Also, follow me on Twitter at LovelyLikeLaura. We do some pretty cool stuff over there. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I hope you're all having an absolutely phenomenal day, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Goodbye!